Welcome to this mini podcast series that is a preview for Brisbane Designscape Reconnect 23, a live event being held in Brisbane on the 4th of November 2023, hosted by Officescape. The theme for the day is Reconnect. My name is Paul Fairweather and I am the curator and MC for the day. And in this series of short interviews, I chat with the speakers and presenters about their ideas, insights, stories and observations about reconnection in their life, business, passion or career. My guest today on the Brisbane Designscape mini podcast series is Neil Wilson. Neil, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Paul. Great to be here and looking forward to the session.
Oh, me too, Neil. I've known you for many years. You're in my employ for some of those years.
Yes.
Give the listeners a very quick plotted history about how you went from being a town planner to the co-founder of Suitcase Records.
It's been a circuitous journey, to say the least. But actually, even before a town planner, I actually started landscape architecture after I finished high school. Flipped over to town planning, worked in town planning for a bit, decided I hated that. Went overseas, ended up working in hospitality, running restaurants, hotels, that sort of thing. Then architecture, first architecture job with you. Worked in architecture for a number of years, ended up going over into design management and project management, big construction firms. And then just to continue that thread, threw it all in and started a vinyl record press about 18 months ago. And that's where I am now.
Fantastic. Now, Neil, you and I have been speaking about this. What's one of the insights you might share on the 4th about this journey of this meandering journey of creative pursuits?
Yeah, look, I think meandering is a good way to describe it. But I think for me, I've always been very interested in the idea of creativity and connections in terms of relationships and the way in which relationships can guide and enhance creativity. And specifically what I would call non-transactional relationships. Relationships that you go into with little or no expectation, but being open to the potential of what might come out of that, the seeds that get planted, the ideas that get born, that may sprout in a week or they may sprout in 5 years. And they're very different to, I suppose, transactional relationships where you go in looking for an outcome. And so I suppose what I want to do is touch on that and touch on how that's guided my path and guided me to where I am now, which is running Brisbane's only vinyl record press.
Fantastic. And listen, I in talking before, and I know a bit of your story. You shared with me about the sort of not sort of catalyst, but someone that's sort of been popping in and out of your story. This American musician. What was his name?
Yeah, so there's a guy called Steve Poltz who's a bit of a crazy troubadour out of the States. Was very sort of big on the college circuit with a band called Rugburns and played and wrote a lot of Jules songs, which were big in the 90s. And he's now sort of been popping in and out of my life for about 6 or 7 years. And in this very odd way has guided, indirectly the sort of path I'm on now, and has almost like the idea of the butterfly flapping its wings in Brazil has led to some pretty big, changes in my life and also some pretty big impacts on our business as well. So, that's something that I'd love to talk about.
Well, I can't wait to hear the rest of that story. You've got your finger on the Steve Poltz there, so to speak. Now, tell me, have you pressed a record for him?
No, we almost did. He came out this year, and we were talking with his manager about pressing for him, but we ran out of time, unfortunately. But there will be a Steve Poltz album come out of Suitcase Records at some stage.
Fantastic. Well, Neil, look, thanks for your time today, and thanks for agreeing to come along to share your story about creativity and connection by exposing your life. So great. Thanks, Neil.
Excellent. Thanks, Paul.
I trust you enjoyed this short snippet preview for Brisbane Designscape Reconnect 23, live event being held on the 4th of November at 108 Wickham Street, Fortitude Valley. Tickets are now on sale and you can just click on the link below in the show notes. Hope to see you there. Thanks for tuning in.